haven't forgotten, and I was asked, good afternoon, what should we do? What should we do if disaster comes? What should we do? Where should we go? Isn't the greatest strength your next door neighbor? Isn't it easier to know your next door neighbor, that you're at home, that you should stay close to home? Didn't Dorothy end up in Oz? In Oz, okay? She was like, what do I do? She didn't know where to go anymore, and she kept running and running and running, and even if the lady came to her house, she couldn't do anything with her dog. She should have just went home. All I want to go is home, Annie Ann. Home, Anne, my birth, Anne, to be born, the knowledge of the nose. Ne is your DNA, okay? The D is the delta, that when you put two D's back to back, they create the circle with a bar in the center. This way or this way, open or closed, enter or do not enter. So that would be your delta, alpha, beta, gamma, delta. For me, the letters in the alphabet and combinations of different colors and angles will put together multiple worlds on top of each other, and all you have to do is go from here and jump onto this one. Somehow the food system that goes into our mouth and comes out the back end of the eyes that see, systems are transferred. Same as the differential, the distributor cap, the starter, the battery. We are just like the Terminator. Bones, why couldn't they use metal? We have metals in our body. Why couldn't we be the same thing? I can see it existing very easily. Many say he slurred. And if he slurred, he must have been a Christ, or he must have been a Moses. But it seems like all those who slur, right, have taken chances to cause their way, or they're nervous about something. The Chrysler GMC 7 and 3 also stands for part of Nibiru, bringing two sides together from the creation of the seventh gate. AC 3113. 3113 is 7, 1 and 3 is the 13th letter. AC, 1 and 3 is A and C, and it also stands for the red, orange ball and pool. The orange ball and pool. We'll take the yellow to create orange and the red between the 1 and 9 and the 3 and 11. 1 and 1 is 2. Since 1 and 1 is 2, then 3 is 2 is BC, 3 and 2 is 5, and AD, 1 and 4 is 5. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals 5 and 4, 9. It is the IT system. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 5 and 6, 11. It is the BC system. By whatever, 2 ways, what? By 2 streets. By in 2 streets, Nibiru. 23, 7 and 4. This is the Christ right here. Michael Jordan, MJ, the way in. The 17th letter is the Queen. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals 15, which becomes now the egg or the crown. 15 becomes this one over here. This one and this one will end up going together because of what this totality, 15. 15, they create together, they come together. This would become your moon, 8 and 11. This here will create these. You ever see these angled knives? Okay, this is what it creates. 19, 29, 39, 42, 52, 62, 69, 74. 0 equals 6, 7, 1 and 3 is 4, 74, that is your Christ, your Chrysler. That's your Jesus. We have it running together either in this system or in this system. Did I really want to do anything else in this video? We have to remember that the new laws that they import today in legislation, right, will now make everything you've done in the past against the law. When you change a law, it's either for or against. Either you can drink as much as you want, or if you drink too much, you're now against the law. Against the law means to get penalized if you go against the law of one other's choice. The law office, putting up the wall of the law, the lace that attaches your shoes and ties you up, because it is against the law. Let's not talk about coastlaw. This over here, this is all controlling. 5 controls 9. 1 and 1 is inside 9. There's a 1 inside 3. This is 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The 9 card has an ace. The 5 card has an ace. 2 aces, and the 3 card has an ace. Inside here, 1, 1, 1, 1. It's 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 4, 1, 4, 4. DNA inside this one over here. The law has tied you up, tied your laces. Let me see if I have anything else in here. Another thing is the constant of the action, okay? Constant, ST. Why ST? Because it is the 7th inning stretch. 18 outs and 21 outs for the home and the road team. They come into sing. They have to change the bases, put down the lines. Okay, why? Because 8th and 9th inning is coming in. The pregnancy into this world comes the pregnancy. RU is 18 and 21, which is the same thing as ST. And at the same time, it is also the same thing as this over here. XO. 10 is in the center, the 1 bar on the left, 9, the 1 bar on the right, 11. That's why we have the circle over here. You want to hold it this way. We're talking this side or this side, not this way or this way. Half and half or half and half. The constellation, forget about everything in the middle of the constellation. Count only what you mark on the outside. Okay? What you count on the outside is not what is on the inside, but I don't want to go in there. What I'm talking about that is when I say X and O, the reason for X and O is because of the 5. Here's your 5 and your 4 in 1. 5, 1, 4, which is Montreal, creates the X and O. That X and O is number 39. It's also R and U equals 39, and S and T. It is the rust. The moon that shows blood is because the metals are rusting. If you see blue, then take a grinding pad and grind 2 metals together. One metal or the sand will turn that metal, or some metals and not all metals, blue. I know. Hands on. Hands on. I even got, look at that. The grinder missed and hit me. I don't know how that was because I was holding it. Don't tell anybody. Other things we have to understand. 5775 shows the diamond in the center. And then one of these doggies. You see the doggy over here? See the foot over here? His knee. And then up here. See the 3 and the 3. Whatever you want. You want to see the 5. You want to see the 3. You want to see the 2. What does it do? You want to see the arrow pointing. This is 5775, the same as this. On this one, I put a 3rd level. Okay, do you see the 5? You see the 7? Shows this guy driving. And the same thing up over here, 1 and 1, moving parts. Terminator kept showing Pepsi, 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 Terminator, Pepsi. Why? Because in Pepsi, it says the light, okay? The light is the way. Why? Because SI in Pepsi is 15, okay? That is the circle, which means all the perimeter. And P is 7, 7. So it says 7, 5, 7, and then 15, which is 7.5 and 7.5. C or IS looks like 15. At the same time, it stands not only for 15, 1 and 5 is 6, but 24. Because I is 9, okay? And I messed up in something. I forget exactly why I said it that way. Whatever it was, 9 and 15 is 24. That's why I said it right. When you add the I to the 15 is 24. How did I say that? Because SI looks like 15. The I is actually 9 plus the 15 equals to the 24 in itself, plus the S to the 24 equals 19 equals to the 43, or S can also be reduced to 7. SI can actually equal to 16. So when you have S and I in Pepsi together, okay, why does it equal 16? S equals 19, 1 plus 9 equals 10, 0 equals 6. next to the 1 is 16. 1 and 6 equals 7, plus 9 equals 16. 16, 16, 16. Pepsi is saying Mississippi. I just learned that just now. Well, that's what it says for me. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. The other thing inside do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and the CPU in Terminator. Does it look like the American nickel or what? Canadian nickel, American nickel. If you look inside of Arnold Schwarzenegger's head, this is inside of his head. And the same thing you see there, okay, the same thing you see there is also in the bicycle cards, in which I don't have with me right now. Take a look at the bicycle cards. They have a bicycle with a little thing in the middle like that, okay. Terminator, Skynet, Cyberlink, okay. The name was Kyle, okay, and I didn't do that yet, and I probably should do it. Okay, there's a whole big design inside the name, and I'd have to check it out a little bit closer. So that was in Terminator, nickel. Do you know when a ball runs, even if it's this big a ball, it only runs on this much space. Nothing else gets marked, like a ballpoint pen. The other thing I want to mention, yes, it was Rael, R-A. The word Rael, they were saying Lord Rael, and I was looking at it, and even if I'm wrong, this is what I saw. They spelt Rael with a resh, then an aleph, then 2 yods, okay? And then I think they had whatever letter, another aleph maybe, and a lamed. But if you take a look, Raphael, instead of Rael, because in Rael, Yod as the 10th letter, or is it the 9th letter? And I've done this video before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But in all reality, it's 10. But this one has no life until it becomes over here. It becomes 0 is what we should do. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7. So Aleph should actually start on Dalet. It should be Aleph Dalet. Dalet is the D sound. Obviously, in the English language, it becomes AD. Aleph becomes first when it becomes an AD. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 5. Sorry. It's A and E. And that's A and E is different because that is the same thing as saying the circle. It exists in the middle of the circle where Dalet is heaven. The 4. 7 days a week, okay? 5 days in the week, okay? In the world of Beit, 2 days on the weekend, where Dalet resides, because Aleph is inside of Dalet. 1, 2, 3, 4, plus Aleph is 4 and 1 is 5. You can look at it that way. But Yod, saying 10, 10, is a split world. It's a Tati. You want to say the Haiti? Yes, because it's a world that's split between the 2 worlds. However, I can design that based on either what I say or what you say, because I can do it both ways. It doesn't matter because I know what I want to build at the end. I need to take from here. I have to put a fey and a pay. It's a payday. These 2 here look like 9. At the same time, they look like 6 and G. So in Rael, you would actually say man 6 is Raphael, or Archangel Raphael is Rael. Now, a couple of ways to write that, okay, is to write that down with pay and fey. 997 or 667. Raphael. If you take one L and put it down here, or just a lamed, and move the lamed down here, and now say we read this way. Don't forget when you're counting, you're standing on 1 floor. There may be 2 walls, but there's a 1 floor here and a 1 floor here. So by making lamed, and all you can see is 2 at a time, you can see the one you stand on and the one above, okay? Because the reality is, in order to stand, you need 2 of these rows. You can be curled up in a ball. Why do I say that? Because of the in-between dot that squares off 4 of these squares. Nothing is real until one of these squares is surrounded by 8 squares. Then you can have one of these. This is 5 in the corner and 4 empty spots. 5 and 4 is the IT system. That's the way it works. And in this one, you'll see this will be the corner. If you can actually make out the corner of Rubik's Cube. Okay, this is the top, this is one side, this is the other side. I just blocked it off. And it creates the W inside Lamed and L. Lamed, Lamed, L, is the Met. However, that brings a constant to whatever reality there is. The other thing I was going to talk about is encryption. The lion, or is it Lionel, of Jutis. You all know Jutis. Das Auto. Sad. Sad. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for the beginning. Is this what we're waiting for? I don't want to go too loud. I think you saw this already. This is a ram's horn that we blow. Usually the Hebrews blow it during Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah. I'm not quite sure of my own religion of if there's any other time, and I have it because I am the blower. Thank you for watching.